Now, there's a terrible, terrible illness sweeping Australia and all sorts of countries at the moment and targeting business owners, and it's called DickHead Itis. And I'm being cheeky, but the fact of the matter is that there are so many business owners wasting so much money on just ads and marketing communications that you can't help but just say, stop being a dickhead. And here's a good example of it. Okay, I'm just going to take a few minutes and give you a classic example of what I think is a dickhead advertisement. This happens to be in the weekend's newspaper, and I'll use my overhead camera to show you what it looks like. It's a company called Orient House, which, by the way, website is very oriental, no surprise. And yet this doesn't look too oriental at all. This was in the Weekend Australian newspaper, which is a broadsheet newspaper. This is what their website looks like, so it gives you a really good feel. I won't click through to each one of those countries, Africa, China, India, Indonesia, all that sort of stuff. But let me assure you that if you go to orienthouse.com.au, you'll see a very oriental execution of promoting their homewares and their furniture. Now, if I come back to this advertisement, it's anything but. I mean, it looks like a Grace Brothers or Myer or upmarket, you know, sort of gifts and homeware business. It has no oriental feel to it whatsoever. And of course, guess what? They have decided that they think that we actually understand telegram language, which is sale 20 to 30% off. 20 to 30% off what, for goodness sake? I've got no idea what they're talking about here. This particular little image here, I do not think that that gives me an impression that I'm going to be able to get 20 or 30% off these marvellous oriental homewares and furniture. It just says down the bottom here, saving store-wide on Australia's most covetable global collections. What do you mean global? What the hell are you talking about? So they are definitely suffering from a severe case of dickheaditis, in my opinion. And I thought I'd show you how I would redo this ad if I was given the opportunity. And I'm just going to put both of them in shot here. Now, I've cheated by having just a little bit of a play with my pen before I turned the camera on. Let me just see if I can get this here. Okie dokie. Right out. So therefore, I've started. Normally I would not put the name of the business up front. You don't see Kmart or Walmart doing that. It's normally the headline, either the benefit-driven headline or the problem-solution headline. But I'll go along with putting the name of the business here because I want to get their attention that this imagery here is all Oriental homewares and furnishings, okay? So therefore I'll go along with putting their name there, just as they have in this particular ad, okay? However, what I would suggest we do is go straight into highlighting the essence of this furniture and these homeware items. And you can't see it in my quick sketch there, but this would be all very Oriental. It would have an Oriental feel to it. Now, whether that is that we put, you know, basically a wall behind it that gives you a very clear impression that this is from the Orient, like they have on their website, because if I flick to their website again, you'll see on the homepage of the website, they actually have it's basically a wood grain background there, and all the imagery really does show you that this is furniture and homewares from the Orient. But if I come back to the advertisement that was in the Weekend Australian broadsheet newspaper, there's no way you could ever convince anyone that that looks Oriental. It just doesn't. It looks like a, you know, as I said, a Myer, which is a big department store, of course, advertisement. Now, what I would suggest that if you're going to have a 20 to 30% off sale, and you know, I am all about showing business owners how to take eyes off the price, not putting eyes on the price, because that way you're going to retain margin. So I would much rather have a free bonus sale rather than a 20 to 30% off sale. But if that happens to be the case, then what we need to do, if we're going to have a price discount sale, is use the was now principle. Was $10, now $5, because 20 to 30% off means nothing to anyone unless they've got some sort of benchmark to base that on. So what we would do is that, coming back to the advertisement, if I was going to have a 20 to 30% off sale, I would say, okay, Oriental House once only, so that we have some urgency factor, 20 to 30% off sale, okay? And then what we would do is show a couple of examples, okay? We would actually pick the eye teeth out of this, and we'd have example one. Don't take too much notice of the dimensions here. Obviously, I'm doing this quick on the run, but we would have there, for argument's sake, it may well be a bed and mattress, okay? Normally, let's say for argument's sake, you know, $1,200. now just $699, okay? And over here, for argument's sake, it might be a coffee table. Normally it is $950, and now this weekend it's just $597, okay? So therefore, can you see what I'm saying here is that the 20 to 30% off, now again, my maths are not real good, so therefore that's not 30% off, it's more like half price, isn't it? Shows you that I'm right brain, doesn't it, eh? I'm not an accountant. But anyway, look, the whole idea of this is not to take me literally on this layout, but to get the gist of it so that you don't make these mistakes in your business. But if you're going to have a X percentage off sale, give 1 or 2 examples so that people understand, okay, that's the sort of dollars I'm going to save. Because 20 to 30% off is not a big deal if it happens to be a $3 product. Big deal, I'm going to pay, $2. You've got to actually indicate to people the sort of savings they can expect to get on the sort of merchandise that you stock. And then, of course, what I do is come back, and it may well be that in terms of the Orient house being up the top, I would probably, on second thoughts, prefer that the actual base plate had the name of the business, and we actually did have once only Orient house sale maybe up the top. And here would be, of course, call to action. So this section down here is all about call to action. So that would be the base plate of what the business's logo is, what their website is, and please, for goodness sake, look what they've done here. Can I just show you? Look how they've actually demonstrated their website. Can you see that there? I mean, this is their website. It's the size of a bee's dick, for God's sake. There's no way in the world that if you were over the age of 40, you could read that without your glasses on. So therefore, please do not hide your website. Your website is your director of first impressions, and it should be your best 24/7 salesperson. So when you are going to put your website on your advertisement, don't relegate it to 4-point type at the bottom of the ad. Make sure that your website URL is very clear and there's a call to action for people to go to it. Because I can tell you, if you go to these people's website, there's a very good chance, I've shown you the homepage, there's a very good chance you will fall in love with this Oriental furniture and perhaps go there or buy online, or at least make contact with them. So why they would make it difficult to read their website, I don't know. Yes, I do know. Because they're suffering from DickHead Itis. So do yourself a favour, do not suffer from this terrible, terrible illness, which is actually, a lot of business owners are suffering from. Do whatever you can to practice wow factor direct response marketing and stay away from DickHead Itis.